Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday market webcast. Okay, so daily chart, and you can see we tested all these moving averages yesterday, the 50, the 100, the 200. They pushed it as low as 29, 23, 75 overnight, and both sides went back to resuming their usual role, which is the bulls driving a gigantic steamroller and the bears being effectively total roadkill underneath said steamroller, on and on and on, up the hill we go. So we have printed as high as 31.13 half overnight. That's a solid, it's a solid 190 and change, give back from the bears in the overnight. So we're above the daily mid-band. We're testing the blue line here, which is the 9-day. Let's go to the hourly chart. You can see, all these moving averages. They were here yesterday also. But I figured I'd start tracking them now in case we go back to test them again. Monthly pivot is in there as well. They get tested. They hold. So the test came right off the open. They go down, they print 29.77. Ended up just being, effectively a trend up day. They made one little attempt later in the day, but they ended up closing it right at the highs. And that just continued on to the 9-day overnight. The power of the move last night really caught me by surprise. And I was waiting for a little bit more of a pullback, and I got left at the station. So we didn't even trade it last night. So this, plus, this 1.5% to the upside or whatever, it's done it without us. And what I was saying yesterday, in all this volatility, in all these moves, you're not going to be in every single move of the market. I mean, we did 55 in the room yesterday, and there were a couple that we missed along the way. That 2 o'clock news pop, weren't in that. I mean, that's just, you have to be in it. You just have to be happy at that point that you're not short. And, the one last night had a little bit more to it than I thought. So, you have to be realistic in your expectations. And you can't expect that you're going to be in every single inch of the market all the time. Not getting caught in a 2 o'clock news move after having a really good morning, there's some value to that as well. And the problem with the way we saw yesterday is in these inflections. Yesterday was really whippy before they went. Whether you're talking about the open, whether you're talking about a couple of these other areas during the day, they really whipped in 5-6 handle ranges, and then they make a decision. If that decision's fueled by news, well, you're either there or you're not. You'll catch some of those, you'll miss some of those, and you just gotta, you gotta move on. Last night was just really a matter of this candle hopping, and it really didn't come back. It was impressive. I mean, it's pretty impressive. You see the weekly pivot there. They've tested that. They've converted it. They've effectively retested it. You've got lows here, 80, 79.5. That's going to be your key level off the open today. I mean, if they pull back in, they got to hold that 80. You got volume weighted average price sitting at 93.25. The hourly mid band is sitting at 78. So these areas are going to be critical off the open. To the upside, you got to convert the 9-day, 17. If you can do that, it can open up a little more to the upside. If you get below weekly pivot, then the chances of testing the daily mid band down in the 55 area are decent. Look, the volatility's here. The volatility is here, and it's going to move this tape. So you've got to respect it. You don't have to be pretty picture perfect with your entries in volatility like this. You do have to keep your risk rules, strict and enforced, and disaster stops and things like that are going to happen in these kind of tapes where they're whipping stuff around so much. And the key is stick to them, use them for what they're for, pick it up, move on, and chances are the other side of that trade is probably going to run a lot farther than you thought, and it's going to give you opportunity to make that disaster stop back and then some. So just be flexible. Don't dig in. Respect your risk rules and go with the flow as far as the volatility goes. All right. Everybody have a great day. Be safe. Be healthy. Take care. Trade them well. I'll see you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.